Hello, this is Benjamin. So I want to quickly demo this AI agent I built for the Tony Elumelu Foundation. This agent isn't just a generic bot because it's packed with much more capability. It answers all users' questions and queries. It loads the user conversation in the database for analysis from the admin, from the team. It does human handover or escalation. So when you want to talk to a human agent, it does that for you and a lot more. So let me quickly show that. And this agent actually supports about 10 languages. It supports um, Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa, English, Spanish, French, Dutch, Portuguese, and Arabic. Yeah, I think that's 9 languages. So I'm going to first of all show you the user facing um, side, and then I'm going to go to the admin. So let's just, each time a user visits this, the page for the first time, you're going to see this random message welcoming you. So I gave this bot a name called Lumi, and of course you can, and you have these questions you can ask. So let's just see, I'm coming, let me start with a question, say hello. And then you can see, hello, I'm Lumi, your support agent from the Tony Elumelu Foundation. How can I help you? And after every response, you can see like suggested questions, just like you see in your ChatGPT or your Claude, right? So I can ask follow-up questions. So you can ask in any language, but I'm more conversant with English or Spanish. So, but then you're going to see previous conversation in other languages when I get to the admin side. So you can so I can just keep asking all these questions, right? Because it knows the user intent from the conversation, and that's how it brings this all these questions. And you can ask like in any language you want to. So, and all of these conversations are actually tracked in the user side, right? In the admin side, they are tracked and logged. So um, the admin can actually, the team can do analysis of what users are asking about, the conversation they're having with the AI and all that. So let's assume you've had a conversation and you wanted an escalation or a handoff to a human. Actually, the bots can detect it. So let me just ask a question. Say I have a dispute. Let's see. It could detect. Okay, you can see when I said I have a dispute, it detected that this is not something the bot might be able to solve. You get, so you can see it gave me suggested questions. How does the TF handle complaints? What is the process for resolving issues? Because it detects the user intent from the conversation. But then if I want to skip all of these, now this also happens in all languages, right? But since I'm demoing with English, and then I can then, would you like to leave your details so our team can follow up with you? Of course, it needs your what's it called, your consent first of all, and then I agree to that. Then access for my name. I'm gonna say Benjamin. Although I've done this before, and then ben at example.com. Then my phone number. Oops. So, and then of course you can choose, and this can actually be increased to like more tags, right? And this is just general inquiry or complaint. So I'm gonna say this is a complaint. I have a complaint that needs urgent attention. All right, so I'm just gonna make it short so I don't spend too much time. So it's going to tell you, thank you, Benjamin. We take this seriously and we escalate your concern. You can see this agent actually knows your user intent and everything. So this is the information that was captured, and then I can save this. Now, this is for the user facing interface, right? So let me go to the admin for us to see that all of this is being captured. So this is the admin. interface. So let me go back to the overview. So a lot is being packed here, right? You can see from the previous conversations I've had with these agents, and even while testing it, you can see the frequently top user questions, right? You can see all of these things, even the one in other languages like French, Spanish, and Dutch. You can see some of this, and this is actually accurate, and because I have tested, of course, I've tested. So frequently asked questions, and then you can see your analytics. You can see total sessions, you can see total messages, fallbacks. And fallbacks are more like when um, there is no, maybe for internet, maybe for connectivity or for whatever reason, the agent couldn't get responses from the database or something. Yeah, of course, there's a database of all of these things gotten from the website, from live sources, right? And these are all correct informations. So, and then there's really a fallback, right? So we don't get errors. And then human handoffs, the total number of handoffs that have been done, the number of complaints, the number of events, all of these things are tracked. So let's see this in more detail. Oops, sorry. Let's see this in more detail. So if you go to the complaint, so you can see this is the one I lodged in just now, like some seconds ago. You can see the email, the phone number, the dates, 26th of June. You can see the time. I can see the brief message and the language, right? So the language is also lodged. So if we are reaching out to the user, you know the language to get to them. So you can see the tag here. You can see the previous ones I've had before, right? You can see there's one in French. You can see this is in French, right? And this was done on the 15th. You can see there's another one I had in Dutch. So what happens is the language being recorded here is the language the conversation started in. But of course, even here, I can switch to any language I want to switch to. And yeah, so you can see everything, every human handoff is being lodged, and then an email can also be sent to the admin, or a WhatsApp message can be sent so they know someone has a complaint that needs urgent attention. And of course, you can filter this in whichever. So let's say the event log also. So every single thing that happens here, of course, even from the back end point, right, you can see every single thing is been logged, but then nobody wants to go through these tons of messages. So yeah, back to the split. So you can see every single thing is being lodged here from the very beginning. You can see the messages, the complaint captured. So you know what's happening when there's a failure, when there's a success, everything has been tracked for analysis. And of course, you can also filter this. So yeah, this one has a lot of capabilities. And also what I want to add next is for each of these, if there's one that is non-English, like for this one here, all right, I want to add a button here where you can actually translate it to English. Yeah, translate it to English, and then you can also give response back in the language the user asked their question or sent their complaint. So yeah, this is how far I've gone. I built custom agent for, so far I've built custom agent for 4 different companies. For real estate, a Ghanaian real estate company is actually working and functioning currently. I've built for a cybersecurity company called the Lingard. You can check them out, thelingard.com. I've built for an e-commerce company called the Cheaper Shop, where you can, rather than having your custom search, you can actually just ask the AI agent and it's going to search through their database of products, show you the links, you can order everything like seamlessly without having to do your traditional search. And I've actually built for, although more like a demo, for INEC as well. And this one actually I built for the Tony Elumelu Foundation based on their request, and we are working on that currently. So let me know, send me your questions, let me know what you think. And if you need a custom agent for your company, for your business, for whatsoever you wanted, you can reach out to me, and let's see what we can build together, Thank you.